Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another video. So it's Nintendo again. I don't know, this is a content magnet. Nintendo, you are evil. You have become the evil guy in any movie. You were the hero but lived too long. And now we're here. So you probably already know about Nintendo's lawsuit against Pocket Pair Palworld. And stuff is happening again. Let's just dive in. I can just say it again and again and again. It is ridiculous. So this is an article by Game Rant. Nintendo's patent lawsuit against Palworld takes a weird turn. So I'm not going to go through everything here. Just the gist, the ongoing legal drama started in September 2024 because Nintendo said you have gameplay mechanics that we own as a patent, even though they patented it after Palworld was already released. So, but I don't know what's legal in Japan, so I'm not going to dive into that rabbit hole. The thing is, it probably works, so doesn't really matter. But, yeah, well, it does matter. But still, it's too late now. The lawsuit is ongoing, and maybe you know, but Pocket Pair had to remove some game elements from Palworld. So, because of the lawsuit and everything, so that the situation doesn't get worse for them. Even though they are basically winning, which I love. And I say basically in my rudimentary understanding of the situation. For me, emotionally, they are winning. And yeah, so now stuff has happened. Nintendo changed the wording of a patent because it is basically not viable. In a new development, Nintendo requested an amendment of one of its patents in suit from the Japan Patent Office. GamesFray reports. I also already opened the link thanks to GameRant. The patent in question, blah, describes a system for seamlessly switching between writable objects or mounts. While the request was granted, an examiner deemed that the revised version of the anti-Palworld patent, which sounds freaking amazing, did not introduce any new technical matter. What it did introduce was a reworked claim worded as a large sequence of run-on sentences numbering 260 words, which can be found on pages 5 and 6, which we also, it is so funny, we're going to look into this. Oh, you can't imagine how stupid this is. And yeah, the claim, which describes conditions for triggering the right switching implementation, includes a provision that it works in the air even when a non-flying mount is selected. GamesFray patent analyst Florian Müller, I'm just assuming that the guy is German, describes this phrase as highly unusual. I've been following patent litigations for 15 years, for the better part of that period as a consultant, and have seen many claims that were amended. But I've never seen even when or even if in a patent claim. It's bizarre, which it really is. Nintendo could lose the patent it's suing over. Müller, who has no ties to Pocket Pair, previously called the Palworld lawsuit a clear case of bullying from Nintendo, which it is, because Nintendo never cared about any other game that was slightly similar to Pokemon. Because it's still the biggest thing on the market. But now people found something else. I mean, I don't know how many hours in Palworld because it's just the better game. I want a good Pokemon game, but I can't have them because the Pokemon company is crap in making games. I'm speechless. with the situation of Pokemon games. But we now need the Switch 2 to have playable Pokemon games. And for the new one that's coming out, the one in Crystal Town or whatever it's called, I have no idea what it's called. We probably have to wait for the next Switch or for the next console to make this one playable as well. Because now you can just go back to Sword and Shield or whatever it was, and it's playable now on the Switch 2, but doesn't matter. I'm digressing. In a new statement to Game Rant, the longtime patent analyst suggests Nintendo's current strategy hinges on obfuscation rather than legal merit. Nintendo is hoping that its even when wording and the fact that the new claim language is long-winded will dissuade the judge from deeming the patent invalid, he explained. However, Müller doesn't expect this to happen, nothing that this judge has a history of focusing on substance rather than linguistic smokescreen. Like when he ruled that AI-generated inventions cannot be patented back in May 2024. Good judge. I like you, whoever you are. The funny thing is, it's also here. As a result, Palworld has become what Müller calls a moving target for infringement. One that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company's attorneys are finding difficult to hit. Because it is really fucking stupid. There should be an international agreement that you cannot patent game mechanics. This is one of the reasons why we can't have mini games and loading screens. Just as an example. But yeah, let's look at this. Luckily, GamesFrey already put this one here, so I don't have to look through everything. Okay. And even when, emphasis added, any boarding character other than the aerial boarding character capable of moving in the air is the currently selected boarding character, and the first operation input is given when the player character is in the air. The computer causes the aerial boarding character to appear in the virtual space and causes the player character to board the aerial boarding character instead of the currently selected boarding character from among the boarding characters. The only thing this does is making this character fucking annoyed. I mean, holy shit. You are walking on thin ice if you have to word your patent like this. You are breaking through and no one is coming to rescue you. You have a couple of hardcore fan bases, and they are a sacrifice you are willing to make in this coming fight. Oh my god. Also, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is just... Wait, I prepared something. You already saw the thumbnail, but I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it further. This is so stupid. This is so incredibly stupid. I have no words for this. Also, oh sorry, I forgot to put a number up. Because Switch 2 sale numbers, of course, are getting on the lower side. Which are still high, by the way. Sales numbers. And... wait. I'm sorry, you have to go through this with me now. Is it here? No, it doesn't matter. As you might guess, the sales numbers are really, really high. At this point right now, they have over 3.5 million units globally in the first 4 days. In the US, it is sold over 1.1 million in the first week. Which, of course, I mean, so many people waited for it. I waited for it and cancelled my pre-order. But still, it is an incredible amount. So there's obviously going to be a downward spiral in the graph. That is totally normal. Because the people who want more than one already have 2 of them for the family and so on. but it's still about 75 to 80,000 a week. But it's a month. And when I was at my local retailer, not only one, and a couple of those, Switch 2 was still there. The second-hand market, the scalpers, are also selling the Switch 2 for basically the regular price now, because demand is down. People are fed up. Just as a small tidbit after the video, after the main topic here, it might look different on Black Friday when the retailers are putting it out on discount. And Donkey Kong Bonanza, as fun as it looks, it doesn't run well. I mean, it runs well most of the time, but from what I've seen in some of the boss fights, you can count the frames. If you can count that high, I mean, a 7 or 8-year-old doesn't care. When I was that age, slowdowns in games, I thought it's a feature and not hardware limitations. Because I didn't know better. So for small children, it really doesn't matter. But still, do we have to wait for the Switch 2 Pro or anything just to have games to run better? Because the hardware in it, as fascinating as it is in a handheld, it's still old. I mean, I'm not allowed to say anything. I bought a Steam Deck just a couple of weeks ago and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So, people having fun with the Switch too, and I'm glad that they have it. But the games should run, especially first-party games. I was really excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's never going to be on discount, so I just had to wait until it's on sale somewhere. But now that also is vanished. Metroid is my last hurrah. Again, we're probably not going to see a Legend of Zelda in the near future, because I'm saying it again and again, Breath of the Wild is the new Skyrim. It's going to be on every Nintendo console for the next generations. That's it. Also, it's really funny. It just came to me while making the thumbnail with Darth Vader. Nintendo, as the red-colored company, they are the Sith. They are the evil guys. Come on. I mean, blue and green as the Jedi, they are also not the best. Steam is Steam gray? They are bluish, grayish. I mean, gray Jedis, is Steam gray Jedi? Maybe. They are the balance. Because they also sometimes have bad decisions, but mostly they are on a very good spot. I don't know. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the ding so we may never see each other again. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, so we can build a bigger community and talk more video games almost every day. Hopefully every day. At least I haven't broken my streak as of right now. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.